Dr. Kangula, so what are the conditions that are different for, okay, you've lied already to say Tinta is a student assistant. You didn't know?
No, I signed documents one time for Tinta being a student assistant.
Yes.
And so I still have that memory of student
him.
assistant. As to whether he has advanced now.
The same memory you have of Tinta is the exact memory you have of 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐬𝐻.
Israel who? Can you please repeat the surname?
Ntate motho ne ntse re bua ka ena all along o tseba history ya hae wena o tsa lebitso la hae le mang?
No, we didn't mention names earlier. We spoke about a student.
So what's the name of that student that we were talking about?
That student's name is 𝐬𝐮𝐻𝐫𝐞. Israel. Yeah. No, I'm not joking too, Chair. I'm just telling the truth. That's
your arrogance is a problem, and I'll explain why. You're very, very insulting, very condescending. I'm not sure which woman you're used to engaging, but not in this parliament. You're not going to do that to us. You know, you heard me very well say 𝐟𝐴𝐫𝐻, and you're confused. Israel. So you have a memory of signing the student assistant Tinta. You have a memory, 𝐟𝐴𝐫𝐻.
Yes.
And since then, you don't know what has happened since in the office.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about 𝐟𝐴𝐫𝐻. You spoke about him having served 1 year punishment. 1 year punishment, then who sanctioned that 1 year punishment?
I think it was through the student disciplinary processes.
What was he found guilty of?
From what I know, because students' files don't come to me, they stay in the office of the registrar. He was found guilty of having a fight with a young lady.
So the young lady went to go complain that she was raped by Israel. And then your disciplinary committee found him guilty of fighting and not raping her.
I don't know about the raping, ma'am. I am honestly not aware of the raping. I heard there was issues of fighting in their residence between the two of them. Yes. And then later on there was a disciplinary hearing. And then later on I heard that they had external issues. But I don't deal with student matters. So okay. I'm just telling you what I remember.
It's fine.
Yeah.
What did the same disciplinary process, what was the conclusion of the verdict on the part of the lady? That she was also guilty of hitting him back as for self-defense.
I don't remember that, ma'am. I think the registrar is well placed to talk about student matters, because I don't deal with student matters.
No, you know them well.
Yeah.
I'm asking you because I he even served 1 year punishment. You even know there was a disciplinary case. You even know this. You know very well.
Yeah, I know from our SMT meetings where we report about matters, but I don't have the details of what transpired.
Fanaka Mike.
Yes, member.
What is so the submission of GBV was that the lady laid against 𝐟𝐴𝐫𝐻. What did you find him guilty of?
I'm just waiting on that information, but I'll give it to you now, ma'am.
Okay.
The exact finding and sanction.
So when you finance corporate services, and who else is the fourth person that was part of the recommendation for him to be absorbed in your office? HR. When all of you took the decision to absorb him, what is the motivation?
I can't recall right now, but I will check for you, ma'am. But it's, and maybe the COO will come in here as well, because we have a program of...
Let's do this.
Yeah.
So let's assume, you guys are denying the rape. You don't know rape, you know fighting. Sharp. Let's use fighting. So does it qualify less of a GBV case that �RHAL Mulubedzi o trapile ngwanana sekolong, that for you it's okay to just have him as 1 year, and after that 1 year, we're even going to employ you. Is it less of a problem because there was
I hear what you are saying, Honourable Member. No, it's not. I think we need to take it seriously. I mean,
are you committing right now to this committee with the people of the Republic of South Africa watching that you're going to get rid of 𝐸_ṟhal Mulubedzi from your office?
We will look definitely into that, ma'am.
Not look into it. Hear my words. I'm not mincing them.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, your institution found him guilty for assaulting a woman on your institution's premises. You gave him 1 year suspension without any test of rehabilitation, without him being behind bars for GBV. You yourself decided your judgment is sufficient to say him hitting is okay, he deserves a second chance to work at an institution where he's already shown himself that he's capable of inflicting harm on female-bodied beings. You absorbed him, and I'm asking you now that you must get rid of him, and you're saying you will look into it. Agra is not an employee, so you won't have problems with labor relations issues when you get rid of him because he's not employed, according to you.
Yes.
So you're committing?
I'm committing to doing the right thing, Honourable Member.
What is the right thing?
What you are suggesting. To do what is right.
Deputy Minister.
Definitely.
I am imploring onto you. Last week we had an engagement with the College of Cape Town. The same level of disgust exists with men in institutions of higher learning who are rape apologists, who are abuse apologists, who are goalpost holders altogether, yet they are fathers, they are husbands, they have mothers who gave birth to them. They have sisters and aunts and everybody. We can't. So please follow up on that thing. We can't have such situations. And I'm saying to you that Chairperson your council, you've committed that your council distances itself to the stink of such. I'm asking that you please make sure that you do get a report that detoxes the entire system of such engagements. Chairperson's one has not rung yet, so I still have time. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So, because it is wrong. It is absolutely wrong. And I'm also saying, beyond just getting rid of 𝐸_ṟhal Mulubedzi in that office, it is also important to go look into the registrar, corporate services, HR, and the finances office involvement in not only in the investigation of the disciplinary matter and how his victim ended up leaving that institution. That's it. Second matter, that let's talk, Acting Vice Chancellor. Let's talk about Professor Luvuyo Mtombane. His title of professor was taken away from him. What were the reasons?
So the colleague mentioned was appointed, the role he applied for was director. It was not professor. And he was appointed, we evaluated his CV for the director post, not for the professor post. He was then informed that to keep the professor title, it wasn't conferred by our institution, but to keep it, he would have to subject his CV to the policies and process of our institution for the title.
And then what happened?
He decided not to do it. He resigned.
Did he give you a reason for why he resigned?
Yeah, he gave a number of reasons for the resignation. I think one of the reasons he said is he felt humiliated, or he was humiliated publicly because of this title issue.
Let's deal with the director position.
Yeah.
So it is my understanding that he was appointed in April 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So outside of the professorship, the director position he was in for 2024,
Yeah.
what happened until mid-June this year?
I don't know what you mean, what happened. He did the job. He performed his functions as a director.
Okay. So while he was director, the process of scrutiny of his professorship
Yeah.
was in question.
No, it wasn't in question. We informed him early on we have to investigate the CV. The process is administered from the registrar's office.
Yes.
So the registrar communicates with him and informs him we have to start the process.
Is it
You
a
then-
normal, excuse me, ma'am, is it a normal thing that each and every professor, let's say Mam 𝐻𝐻𝐵𝐻𝐻, who got her professorship, I think, I don't know where she got it, when she goes to UCT or comes to 𝐿𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐵𝐻𝐻, is it a normal thing that when you apply for any position that you go interrogate before the primary employment whether the professorship exists or not? Is that a thing you guys do?
No. So it depends on what it is that you are employed for. If you are employed as an academic and the advertisement says we are looking for a professor in whatever topic, whatever discipline, then the interview, the whole process, the CV is scrutinized for professorship. So even the shortlisting would be shortlisting for a professor. The interview would be for a professor. So you don't scrutinize every time. It's dependent on what the job is that you applied for.
So Agri, you're saying he was applying for director.
Yeah.
Where does the professorship come there for director?
So directors are not professors. We don't look at the CV for the professor, we look for a director.
So how did you end up looking for the professorship?
No, we did not look for a professor. He happens to be a professor at his institution. So he came asking that as a director, he would want that title to continue with him. So he wants to bring the title of professor with him to our institution. We employed a director. So he was a director for research, not a professor for research.
Okay, maybe my maybe my knowledge is at fault here. So educate me.
Mhm.
Dr. Dalmain Christians
Yeah.
applies to become director corporate services at your institution,
Yeah.
but she's a professor conferred by another institution. So when she comes to you,
Yeah.
why does she need permission to have that professorship recognized? Like,
Because professorship titles are given by universities.
Yes.
So the university has to agree that
Yeah.
the criteria used at the other institution
Yes.
is aligned to ours, so we can keep the title.
so the reason why I'm having this,
Mhm.
your interaction was with himself,
Mhm.
that Ntomban.
Yeah.
Why is it not with the institution? Like, I'm just really pretend I'm dom right now. Explain why, if your goal is to test if the criteria used by UCT is the same as the one that you use for 𝐿𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐵𝐻𝐻,
Mhm.
automatically you get that information from the institution that conferred the professorship.
That is not how it works.
How
we
does
have
it
our
work?
own criteria for professors. So we can apply our criteria to the CV. Only in cases where the job we are advertising is not the job of a professor. It is, you may or may not be aware, but the role of the research director is an admin role. So in admin positions, we don't naturally just have professors. For those cases, if someone moves from an academic role and decide to move into an admin role, they have to look at, is this advertisement saying I will be a professor? And we have communicated in advance, this role is a director role, it's not a professor. But you can keep the professor title if you are willing to then let us go through the process that we would normally do for professors at our institution.
What is the process that you usually use to go through professors that is different from the process that the institution that gave him the professorship follows?
So every university has autonomy. Universities have have the right to decide
That's not what I'm
what
asking.
their criteria
I know
is.
that very well.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you, what is the difference between the institution that says he's professor versus yours? What's the difference there?
I don't know what their guidelines are. I know what our guidelines are. Our criteria I am familiar with, and so it is not incorrect. Many universities do it, if not all of them, that we take a CV and we look at, does this person's CV adhere to the criteria we have for professor? The reason why it's important for us to do this, if someone asks for promotion and they are not promoted, and they would then say, well, this person that came in as a director was just allowed to keep the professor title.
I don't think I'm that dumb. I mean, I said assume I am, but not that dumb.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to ascertain here is, you have the man's CV. You appointed him into a directorate position in 2024.
Yeah.
Why do you need his permission to go test if he can be professor? If he's asking you to say, I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
But the professorship I held there, can I maintain it here? Yours is to check whether, yes, that is possible or not.
Yeah.
What was the hindrance?
There was no hindrance. We told him we will scrutinize. It's not something we do automatically, because remember, the new role he takes is not asking him to do the kinds of things professors would do. So professors would ordinarily teach, they would supervise students to completion, they would publish. That is not what he would do as the director of research.
I hear you. I think my time is gone, but there is a pin that needs to be identified here, because it's either he did not want to comply to that and wanted to force himself, his way into the professorship,
Yeah.
or there was a communication breakdown around what it is that you are trying to achieve. So if the scrutiny of the professorship is just you take a CV, you test it against your criteria,
Mm-hmm.
you do that, and then you move.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand the problem. Was he refusing to comply with that?
He did not want to comply with that.
Did he give you reasons for that?
No. He simply felt it shouldn't be done, it shouldn't be necessary.
Okay,